What are your non-negotiables? This was a question that I got asked quite recently at a job interview. I had no idea how to respond. So it got me thinking, what exactly do we mean by non-negotiables and how do you work out what that means for you? Let's start by exploring why we do what we do. And in this video, I'm going to focus specifically on your professional career. Now, it's really important to know that there are 3 motivators which are the driving force behind the jobs that we choose to do. You might have guessed it, the first of these motivators is money. However, it might not be your primary motivator, but let me ask you a question. If you had to do the job that you do today and you weren't getting paid for it, would you still continue doing that job? The second motivator is enjoyment. Do you find meaning in the work that you do, and do you leave every day feeling fulfilled? Now, of course, this is very much affected by the work environment and the people that you work with. The third motivator is power. Now this one's interesting because you can look at this through a negative or a positive lens. Now for some, this means power in the form of freedom. The freedom to do what you're most passionate about at a pace that suits you with and for the people that you choose. And the direct opposite of that is to have power over people, getting them to do what you want when it's most convenient for you by any means necessary. Either way, it's still a motivator. And it's really important to know what your primary motivator is when you're thinking about your non-negotiables. So let's go back to the first job that you ever had. It's quite likely that your main motivator back then was money. Eventually, your primary motivator moves from money to enjoyment, and you start to look for more from the work that you do. Now, this is going to be different for everybody, but ultimately, you look for more than just money. You want to feel like you're enjoying your work. Now, as you progress through your career, especially if you go into a leadership position, your motivator might change again, and usually it's power. And like I said, it's either power in the form of freedom or it's power over people. So when I think about my non-negotiables, let's think about my primary motivator, and that is power in the form of freedom to do what I love at a pace that suits me with and for the people that I choose. And for this, I need to make sure the environment I work in provides autonomy and a psychologically safe environment where there's plenty of room to grow. For me, this is the most important non-negotiable. Secondly, the work that I do needs to be enjoyable. I need to feel like I've made an impact in the world and I can go home feeling fulfilled. And finally, the money needs to reflect both my skills and experience, but also align with my lifestyle. This doesn't necessarily mean that you need to earn more than what you were making in your previous job. Now, twice throughout my career, I've changed jobs and taken a salary cut because my non-negotiables were compromised. So for you to work out your non-negotiables, it's really important to know what is your primary motivator. Is it money? Is it enjoyment? And is it power? If you found this video useful in helping you find your non-negotiables, please do hit the like button and consider subscribing for more content like this. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video and I wish you a great day.